Okay, okay.
Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Going to start with my wish, and then we'll get to Mera.
Yes, Avatar Meher Baba ki Jai. My wish. The lover has to keep the wish of the beloved. My wish for my lovers is as follows. 1. Do not shirk your responsibilities. 2. Attend faithfully to your worldly duties, but keep always at the back of your mind that all this is Baba's. 3. When you feel happy, think Baba wants me to be happy. When you suffer, think Baba wants me to suffer. 4. Be resigned to every situation and think honestly and sincerely. Baba has placed me in this situation. 5. With the understanding that Baba is in everyone, try to help and serve others. 6. I say with my divine authority, each and all, that whosoever takes my name at the time of breathing his last comes to me. So do not forget to remember me in your last moments. Unless you start remembering me from now on, it will be difficult to remember me when your end approaches. You should start practicing from now on. Even if you take my name only once every day, you will not forget to remember me in your dying moments. Avatar Meher Baba Kiche.
Jai Baba. So thank you. Let's get started with chapter 14. We are starting from where we left off the other day, which is page 236. So till now we are done with more than half the book. So we have finished 12 and 13 in the last session, and we closed at page 236. That's where we stopped last time. So any thoughts, questions before we continue? Good. So let's start. Chapter 14. He is always with us. February 1969 onwards. So this is after Baba dropped his body. So let's start with the italicized introduction to the chapter. Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. When Baba dropped his physical form on 31st January 1969, Mehra's grief was so deep and so heartbreaking to see that the women Mandali put aside their own pain to try to comfort and console her. At the end of March 1969, still grief stricken and in shock, Mehra, with the women Mandali, went to stay at Guru Prasad Pune to be present for the great darshan that Baba had promised his lovers. At the beginning of each gathering, Mehra stood before the crowd of Baba's lovers and greeted them over a microphone with Jai Baba. In June 1969, Mehra, with the Mehrazad Mandali, returned to Mehrazad where she lives today. There, for all those who come to greet her at Baba's home, as Mani says, the absolutely clear mirror of Mehra's pure, immaculate heart that Baba took great pains to keep unclouded by the dust of the world, reflects Baba's image, the image of the divine beloved as none other can. Now it's Mehra's words. When Baba dropped his body, Mastan did not know at first what had happened. Then, one day, I saw him come into the dining room, which he had never done before uh, without being first called. He looked at Baba's chair and saw that Baba was not there. And very slowly, he walked around and out of the dining room and then lay down in the passageway with a very deep sigh. A few days later, Mastan came to Baba's bedroom alone, which again he never did without being called. As I watched, he stopped by the foot of Baba's bed and then very slowly walked in a complete circle around Baba's bed, and then slowly left the room. He knew then what had happened, and he gradually gave up eating. After that, I had to hand feed Mastan his mutton, but unless I put it right down his throat, he would spit it out. So Mastan got thinner and thinner. It was now the end of March 1969, and it was time for us to leave for Pune for the 1969 darshan at Guru Prasad. Mastan was left at Mehera in charge of a servant, in the charge of a servant who loved him. Before I got in the car to leave, I went up to Mastan and patted his head. Baba, I asked, you will make it easy for him. And taking Baba's name, I said goodbye to Mastan. That was the last time I saw him. In the middle of April, Mastan died. He had been quite hearty before Baba dropped his body, but he missed Baba's love and he gave up his life. That is how faithful to Baba Mastan was. Baba had told us, I will see that next birth Mastan takes a human form, and not just as an ordinary human being. He will be a very good soul who loves God. So by Baba's grace, Mastan will skip all the in-between lives and will take birth as a God-loving person. Only Baba has the authority to do that, and that shows Baba's love for Mastan. So at the end of March 1969, we went to Pune and prepared to receive Baba's children. His lovers came from all over the world to take his sacred darshan at Guru Prasad, and we greeted them with love as Baba would wish, but we felt very sad without him. Then, at the end of June, we returned to Mehera. One day, it must have been in July 1969, I was standing at a window in the bedroom that I share with Mani at Mehera, looking out at a little flower garden that Baba would also see from his bedroom. I'd planted it for him to enjoy, and I was missing darling Baba's physical presence and feeling very sad and lonely. Very close to my window is a large tree of the wild fig family. We call it an umar. It had always been there, so I never really noticed it. But this morning, I felt my eyes being drawn to that tree. I looked at its trunk, and I could not believe what I saw. On the trunk of the tree was exactly the image of Baba's face, looking so very beautiful. Oh, Baba, I said. I was so excited. How sad I had been feeling without him, and there was his lovely face with a crown on his head on a tree in his garden. That's the photograph, and that's where the face of Baba is.
Absolutely, this is phenomenal and beautiful. Uh, and I have seen this, and it's still there, I think. But now I think it's got a little. Uh,
I think it's still there. Yeah, yeah. I've seen it too.
yeah,
Okay.
it's beautiful, that tree, and it's got Baba's image on that.
Yes, yes. So this is the Meher Baba's image on the Umar tree as seen from Mehra's bedroom window in Mehrazad. And he was looking in my bedroom window. I knew that Baba was showing me that he had not forgotten us and that he is always here with us, that he is in the tree, inside the house, in every heart, that he is God and he is everywhere. Baba was giving us proof that he is with us all the time, and so I felt a little consoled and comforted. I quickly called Mani to see Baba's lovely image, and Mani called all the girls. The next day, the men Mandali too were called, and later the whole of nearby Pimplegaon village came to see it too. Then we had the idea of taking a photo in case the bark which formed the image changed. Mani took the photos and she sent them to the west for his lovers there to see. Every morning, I pick a marigold, a flower that I know Baba liked, kiss it, and put it in a little crack in the bark near his crown. And for many years, I used to sweep around the tree because the birds eat the wild figs growing on it and drop half eaten ones on the ground around it. Now, a gardener sweeps there because bending to sweep with an Indian style broom has become difficult for me. For 7 years, the image was very clear and very beautiful, but then the bark began to shed and it's no longer clear in the daytime. It has served its purpose, but now at night, after all the pilgrims have gone, the image of Baba's face is still very beautiful. Mani says that in the daytime, Baba is in seclusion, and that at night he comes out of seclusion, and we bow to his image before going to bed. And Baba let me know in other ways too that he was still here. Baba's room is cleaned every day, and every evening his photos are dusted so that the sun should never rise and catch any dust on his beautiful image. One day in 1971, after doing Baba's room, I was standing in front of the plexiglass block containing Baba's hair, which sits on a cabinet in his room. When I used to comb Baba's lovely hair, I would save the strands that caught in the brush and comb, and also the curls that I so rarely cut. Harry Kenmore had some of these curls preserved in a block of clear plexiglass for all of his lovers to see. This day, the thought came to me to see if Baba's face could be found in the way the hair was arranged in the plexiglass. Sometimes, somehow, I felt that it must be there and that I must find it. So I stood for a long time looking and looking at Baba's hair. Then, as if Baba peeked out to show me that his face was there, I saw it. It is so clear and beautiful, and now it is pointed out to all his lovers who come to his room at Mehrazad. Again, Baba was giving us a sign that he's everywhere, and while we cannot see him, he can see us. Since 1969, we pass our days greeting his dear children who come from all over the world and sharing with them stories of our life with beloved Baba. Baba said, whenever two or more talk of me, among I am amongst them, and his dear ones feel his beautiful love and presence here. At first, I was very shy of talking in front of people, and especially men, as my life with Baba has been very secluded. But when Baba had me first greet the men Mandali on 31st January 1968, he told me, don't be nervous. I will be beside you holding your hand. And on 31st January 1969, he sent money to me to tell me, Mehera, be brave. So I remember that and it gives me courage. When Jesus was asked, how shall we know you when you come again? He replied, because I shall gather my elect from the four corners of the earth. Now, every year, more and more of Baba's lovers come from all over the world to have his darshan at Mehrazad and at his samadhi at Mehrabad. Now, in the night at Mehrazad, after we have sung Aarti in Baba's room and Mani, Goher, Mehru, Arnavaz, and Katie have gone to bed, I sit at the dining table next to Baba's chair and I think of darling Baba and his love for us all and how he suffered for us. And I remember all the little details of his beautiful form, and I think of all the little incidents with him, of my first glimpse of him at Sakori, of Baba dancing and singing in the dawn light on the post office veranda. Baba was very beautiful. In every way, he was beautiful. To look at, Baba was beautiful. His eyes were beautiful. His hands were so slim and expressive. His feet and toes were beautiful. His legs were so strong and slender, and his voice was beautiful. His hair was so soft and shining and beautiful, and his skin was so fair and beautiful. Everything about Baba was beautiful, and his love for us all was beautiful. His keeping silence, his undergoing all the austerities, and ruining his health with fasts and accidents, his doing his universal work, is taking the burden of suffering on himself for the sake of each one of us was beautiful. And now it is time for us to return his love. You must keep loving Baba more and more and make Baba happy with your love by remembering him always. Think of him and say his name, and he will always help you. You love him because he loves you. So be happy in his love. Know that Baba is with you and know that he loves you. And so be happy. He is the God man, and to be loved by the God man is so beautiful. How very fortunate you are. Beloved Avatar Meher Baba ki jai. Oh, so it's just the photographs now. Wow. You finished the book. Before we go to the photographs, so how do you think this book was? Hi Nehaji, hi Sunil. Hama's on hold.
Jai Baba, we can hear you.
What's that?
I said Jai Baba.
Yeah.
Jai Baba.
Hi.
Hi.
So hi Nehaji, Jai Baba. So let's just go through the album of photographs and enjoy. Um, Meher Baba and Mehera photographed by Mani on Meherabad Hill outside present-day museum room in the mid-30s. Mehera and Baba gardening on Meherabad Hill in the mid-30s. Meher Baba on Meherabad Hill in the mid-30s with clockwise. Mehera Mani, so that's Mehera Mani. Bhagubai Naja, I think. This is Naja. Suna Masi. Oh no, so this lady is not described. So it's Mani. This is Bhagubai. Then there's Naja, Suna Masi, and Gulmai. Meher Baba sitting on the white donkey with Mehra and Naja on his left, and small Khurshid and unknown woman on his right. Mehrabad Hill in the mid-30s. So this is Naja. This is Khurshid and this is Naja. Oh, lovely pic. Mehra with Baba sitting on the white donkey on Mehrabad Hill behind Baba's Samadhi in 1935. So there was no grass, no trees, but so that tells you what all the trust has been doing in the last few years, few decades, I must say. Meher Baba's birthday celebration in Nasik, 1937. Baba seated on his gadi and sitting on the ground is Mehra's sister, Freni. Clockwise from her, the women are Shirin Mai, here, Gulmai, yeah, Norina, Delia, Norina, Delia, Daulat Mai, Margaret, I think, yeah, Ruano, and Kitty. Clockwise from far left, the men are Sailor Mama, so this must be Sailor Mama, Malcolm Slosh, Minukharas, unknown, and actor Homi Bathina and Chanji. Which is Chanji? This one or this one? I don't know. Due to their cloistered life, and then Erud Jesawala, sorry. Papa Jesawala. This is Papa Jesawala. Due to their cloistered life at this time, Mehra and the women Mandali did not leave Meherabad to attend this celebration. Meher Baba in Mysore, 1936, with from left to right, Indu Subnis, small Khurshid, Naja and Mehera. Meher Baba and Mehera on a picnic at Happy Valley near Ahmednagar in the mid 30s. Lovely pic. Meher Baba with his eastern and western mandali celebrating the birth of Krishna on Mehrabad Hill. From left to right, Khorshid, Margaret Krask, Princess Norina Machabelli, Meher Baba, Mani, and Delia De Leon. See, you're traveling, Nehaji.
Again, with Pune Center, we are going to Satara Udtara.
Oh, okay. Nice. The accident site. Jai Baba, Jai Baba.
For a day, just for a day. We will be back
Okay.
today by evening.
Okay. Nice.
Jai.
Avatar, Meher Baba ki jai. Share some pics for how it went.
Absolutely. Sure, I'll do that.
Jai Baba. A roadside picnic somewhere between Paris and Cannes, 1937. Meher Baba, Mehera, and Naja are pictured. This is a beautiful pic again. Meher Baba in Cannes, 1937. Clockwise from Baba, unknown Irene Billu, Delia De Leon, Suna Masi, Anita Villiard, Mani, Naja, Elizabeth Patterson, and Mehera. Yeah, this is a famous photograph. Meher Baba with his Eastern and Western women disciples in 1937 at Ambawadi behind Arangaon. Pictured are Meher Baba, and Margaret Krask. Baba is resting in a hammock put up by Elizabeth and Rama. At Meher Baba's birthday celebration on Mehrabad Hill, 1938, standing left to right, Khorshid, Nargis, Mehera, Mani, Katie, and Arnavas. Seated left to right, Goher, Mehru, and Silla. That's Pila Mai's daughter. Meher Baba playing with Elizabeth's dog, Kippy. Mehra is sitting on Baba's left. Seated around Baba from left to right are Suna Masi, Helen Dam, Naja, Small Khurshid, and Rano. Oh, another doggy. Mehra holding Kippy during their stay at Dilkush Panchgani in 1938. Very well composed light, very good light in this pic. Wow. Meher Baba and Mehra on an outing to Mahabaleshwar during their stay in nearby Panchgani in 1938. And he's dressed in Western in Panchgani. Meher Baba and Mehra photographed on their travels during the Blue Bus tours. At the Irrigation Bungalow, Ahmednagar, 1938, from left to right, Mehra, Gula Masi, Gaima's sister, and Irene Billo, and Meher Baba. Picnic on the site of present-day Meher Manzil during Baba's stay at the Irrigation Bungalow, Ahmednagar, 1938. From left to right, Meher Baba, Khorshid, Mehra, and Mani. Oh, Mehra holding Elizabeth's dog Kippy, late 1930s. Meher Baba and Mehra in the late 30s. Again, a famous pic. The following series of photographs of Meher Baba, Mehra, and Mani was taken in Benares on the banks of the river Ganges in 1939 during the first Blue Bus tour. Some more. In the photo above, from left to right, Mehera, Meher Baba, Naja, and Noni Gali are seated on the banks of the Ganges River in Banaras, 1939. Meher Baba and Mehra at a lookout during their travels on the Blue Bus tours. Meher Baba on an outing with his women mandali in the 1940s. From left to right, Rano, Mani, Khorshid, Mehra, and Baba. Meher Baba and Mehra with English cows on Mehrabad Hill in the early 1940s. The black calf later pulled the New Life caravan. Wow. Mehra and Meher Baba at Mehra's birthday celebration near Mehrazad in the 1940s. Cracker. Mehra holding cracker on the steps of the Florence Hall in Mahabaleshwar, 1947. Amazing pic again. Meher Baba and Mehra with cracker. Where is cracker? Oh, cracker is playing here. It's not clear. Okay. In the Florence Hall compound, Mahabaleshwar, 1947. Meher Baba and some of the women Mandari being pulled in a wagon behind Elizabeth's car on Mehrabad Hill in the late 1940s from left to right. Kaku, Vishnu's mother, Baba, Valu, Khorshid, Mehra, Mani, Norina. Meher Baba's birthday celebration on Mehrabad Hill in 1948. The women Mandali were staying at Rusi Pops, Ahmednagar, while the main house at Mehrazad was being rebuilt. From left to right, Mehru, Mehru Dastur, Naja, Soltun, Goher, Khurshid, Daula, Mani, Mehra, Gulu Dastur, Baba, Suna Masi, Keti, Jalu Dastur. These photos of Mehra with Sheba were taken during their stay in Satara in the mid-50s. These photos, yeah, same thing. He's all decked up with flowers. Standing outside the west window of the main house sitting room Mehrazad in the late 50s. That's a twinkle in her eye. Mehra holding booty in front of the main house Mehrazad in the late 50s. Mehra holding Baba's favorite cat, Pegu, at Guru Prasad, Pune in the 1960s. Meher Baba with from left to right, Mehra, Mehru, Goher, Rano, and Naja, photographed by Mani in the garden at Mehrazad in 1960s. Mehra and Mani at Meher Baba's first Amar Tithi on January 31st, 1970. On this occasion, Mehra said, "O beloved one, our beloved avatar Meher Baba, we, your loving children, have gathered today at Mehrabad to fill our hearts with your love on this most sacred hill on earth where your man form rests. We have also come to pay our homage to you and greet you in the hearts of your lovers." Beautiful message. Look at the care Mani is taking. She's literally holding her and making sure that she's comfortable as she's making this, as she's delivering this message. During the 1970s, the Avatar Meher Baba Guru Prasad Memorial was inaugurated in Pune by Mehra. The chair used by Meher Baba for numerous darshan programs is in the center of the memorial room. Mehra, on her veranda at Mehrazad in the 1970s, shares memories of life with her beloved Baba with his lovers from all over the world. Mehra on the veranda of the main house at Mehrazad in the late 70s. Hey, Kama. Kama has a question. Just jump in.
Jai Baba. So,
Yeah.
when you were mentioning the incident with Mastan,
Yeah.
Baba's dog,
Mm-hmm.
I had a very interesting experience in Andhra when I was on tour I think 2018, I believe, when I was doing the Andhra centers, they celebrate Baba's birthday, where they, every day each household has a program and they invite people and so on. And I met this couple, uh, probably in Rajamundry or Vizag, I don't know which place. And after I given my talk and we were just kind of chit-chatting informally, they came and told me that their daughter was a reincarnation of Mastan. Okay. I mean, I was like, and they told me the story about, uh, I think the daughter now lives in the US. She lives somewhere in Georgia, Atlanta, I think. I probably can find the photograph and also this couple's name. But that time I was totally bombed out when they told me about it. First of all, I was surprised. Why did they even approach me and tell me something so, it's something very personal, right? Not anybody
Correct.
will come and tell you.
Personal, odd, and I dare say embarrassing. Yeah. I mean, you
So
don't
then
normally say that.
and my mind was not able to accept it, first of all, and so the story was something, whatever I remember, but I will try to find out later because now that you have mentioned this topic, that I think the daughter discovered about herself from childhood, and then she saw the pictures of Baba and she saw the dog's picture probably, and she identified herself that that's me. Okay, and of course, being born in a Baba lovers family, you automatically become a Baba lover. And I think she's now lives in the US. She has a family, and I think I saw a picture of her. They showed me with Baba lovers in Atlanta, and so because I don't remember all the details, but it's very interesting to me that today I kind of got the confirmation that if that incident that you mentioned where Baba says that this person is going to become a human being, Mastan will be a human being and will be very spiritually oriented. So when I connect the cross the T's and dot the I's, it makes a lot of sense. So I just wanted to mention that. Jai Baba.
Very interesting. Very interesting. And I think not many of us know about this. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for sharing. So what town did you say this was from in Andhra? You don't remember?
I think it is one of those, I believe, between Rajamundry, I don't think it's Vizag. I still remember the place and the room. I think if I go back there, I'll be able to identify. And this couple actually, they do a lot of social service, selfless service. They are retired, and I think her mother is a PhD was a professor. And I think the one thing that, of course, I shouldn't say it bothered me was like, they also are part of that Meher Chaitanya, that so-called, there was a chap, there was a couple, and this guy was
The
called
perfect
Meher
master.
Chaitanya. Right, right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So they were kind of affiliated with him, but that's okay, but they were doing a lot of charitable work. They would go to all the villages and bring people, they would bring awareness of Meher Baba to the local population and all that.
Yeah,
So
I
it
think
was
he's done a lot of work, and he's very popular, and I mean,
yes,
I'm intrigued. I don't want to get into details of why not, or get into that. But he's here. There are many people who are deeply into Meher Chaitanya and into Baba, right? So I don't know.
just like the Sufis,
Exactly. That's
The-
a, yeah.
so I guess that some people, yes, you're right, because I've noticed that a lot of the people who follow him, many of the people I've met are very nice, decent people. and true Baba lovers. But I think probably psychologically, some people like to have a kind of a human medium to feel good about themselves. Or, like for example, for us,
It's also
Baba
a
is
it's also a very Indian thing, because the first question I get asked when quite often, especially non-spiritual people, right, or not really people that they're new to this. So when you say I have my master, he's not in physical form. Next question is, okay, so who's next in line, right? This
right,
is
right.
natural in India, right? So
Absolutely. And also
yeah.
they ask you, do you have any programs? Do you have retreats? Do you have
Yes,
meditation
yes,
exercises? And what
yes,
kind of
yes,
things you guys do? And I say
correct.
nothing. I said you just go hang out,
That's it. That's it.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, any others also, please feel free to share. We're just going to go through this album and then wrap up with that, I think, with more sharing.
Karthik, the last picture is so beautiful of all three.
Yeah.
And yes, yes. And which is the next book you are coming up with?
I'm yet to make up my mind. Any recommendations?
The Boys is very interesting book, a new book which has come up, or Creation and Its Causes. Though it
No,
has
so
many flaws in it, but the
yeah.
content, the matter which Baba's discourses are mind blowing, mind blowing. It's nowhere else. So we could read Creation and Causes if you get a copy because it's available online.
Hmm.
Uh, or
So
Tiffin lectures,
okay, so I'll tell
whichever
you how.
possible for you practically.
Correct,
Just see
correct.
to it.
So the way we are picking the books for reading is what we read today, Saturdays, will be a book which is a lighter read and will be experiences and stories, right? And
The
what we read
boys,
on
the boys is one of them.
yeah, yeah. So what we read on Sunday will be Baba's words or something deeply on his messages, and it's mostly content that needs a lot of discussion and internalization, right? So Saturday is the day of the heart, and Sunday is day of the mind. Okay.
Mhm. Okay.
So, so
Uh,
we'll we'll pick a light book for next Saturday. So I'll look up Boys. I have not heard of this. I have not.
Avatar is another interesting book.
I was thinking
Old
of that.
book, old Avatar.
Sanjay has been talking of that, and I have read it. I think
That's very
partly.
interesting. It's worth
Yes,
reading again and again. Yes, yes. It's beautiful. It's by Jean Audrin.
Jean Adriel. Yeah, Jean
Yes,
Adriel.
yes.
So let's just go over some more photographs. A lovely photograph here. Mehra sitting on the veranda in Mehra Zad, 1972.
Jay Baba, Karthik,
Yeah.
the reading of Mehra was very nice, and it shows what is true divine love. I mean, of course, we can experience divine love, which we all have for Baba, but this is a real, I mean, example of how how much sacrifice and what is divine love.
Yeah, and I think it's not even it's not it's for you to reflect, meditate, and actually take away lessons on how you need to be. So she's not even being prescriptive. She's just describing her experience. And it is for us to see how special this is, how out of the ordinary her approach and her love for Baba is, and how Baba also took elaborate care and showered his love on her. So it's fascinating. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and also an example of humility.
Yes,
Jay Baba.
Jai Baba. Mehra looking out of her bedroom window at Mehrazad, 1974. Mehra holding a baby on the veranda of the main house in Mehrazad in 1974. Mehra with Money and Kitty Devi on the Mehrazad porch in January 1977. Views of Mehra's garden and the main house taken in the late 70s. Mehra shows framed photographs of Meher Baba to visitors at Mehrazad in January 1977. So let's get a closer look at the photographs if we can. So this is something like a collage where there is the hammock photograph of Mehra and Meher, and yeah. Mehra sharing stories of beloved Baba sitting on the main house veranda at Mehrazad in 1974. Mehra at Baba's Gadi on the tin shed, under the tin shed on Mehrabad Hill, 1976. Photo taken of Mehra outside Meher Baba's Samadhi in the 1970s. Mehra feeding Dhun Sata, who suffered from muscular dystrophy since childhood.
Yeah, this is Erich Josavela's cousin. And Erich
Oh, okay.
also has a photo with her also. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So she's Papa Jaisawala's family. So it's basically
Okay,
maybe
yeah.
one of the brothers or sisters of Erich and her their children, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for pointing that out. Mehra at her birthday lunch celebration under the tin shed on Mehrabad Hill, taken in the 1980s. She's very joyous. This is again a famous photograph, Mehra in her garden at Mehrazad during the late 70s. Yeah, that's about it. It's just the glossary. I don't think we need it. It's more for the Western audience that struggles with Indian words. Acknowledgements to Mani S. Irani, Meher Baba's sister and Mehra's lifelong companion, who understanding the significance of the life of her brother's beloved, in May 1970 told Mehra, there are certain events in your life which are very important for the world. Though material has been gathered about Baba, people will also want to know about your life. Mehra agreed to let Mani tape record her narrating some stories of her life, which Mani has lovingly shared. And so the seed of this book was planted. Mani has also given other invaluable help. To Elaine Cox, whose many contributions to this book include design and production for the book, cover, and maps. And to Wendy Lieberman, who assisted with the mechanicals. To Jerry and Sherla Edwards, who worked tirelessly on the Macintosh computer towards manuscript typing, copy editing, and page layout. To Louis Agostini, who assisted with proofreading. To Rosie Polo for the many hours she spent on tape transcriptions, manuscript typing, and copy editing. And to all those who readily offered
Sorry,
their
I'm unable to hear. I have to just
Okay,
leave. I
Jai
cannot
Baba.
hear because I will check the link. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you. Jai
Jai
Baba.
Baba.
Jai Baba.
Jai Baba. To all those who readily offered their tapes or helped with tape transcription, with special thanks to Irwin Luck, Wendell Brustman, Cheryl, and Rick Chapman, who also worked on the glossary and inside jacket material, and to Mahrukh Modi. A lot of new names here. That who transcribed and translated Mehra's original interviews with Mani from Gujarati to English. To Glow International for permission to use Mehra's account of the new life. My gratitude to Mehra for permitting me to publish the photographs from her personal collection, some of which were taken by Jim McCoy, Marlon McGivney, and James May. To Hermes Writer, Rayla Lynn, Rick Flynn, Philip Ludwig, Glenn McGreeny, Lane Cox, and Jane Haynes for pictures taken by Elizabeth Patterson, who very graciously shared their photographs with me for this special edition. Also to Ted Judson, who made the model of Meherabad Post Office under Mehera's direction. To Valeria Violati and Paul Comer, who have lovingly participated in the making of this book. And most of all, to beloved Meher Baba, who tangibly helped me, and all those who have selflessly worked toward the preparation of this most extraordinary book. His presence has been felt in every aspect of the making of this edition. The beloved one has given us the opportunity to record the life of his dearest Mehra as narrated by her over the years while sitting on her porch at Mehrazad. My deepest gratitude to beloved Baba for his love and the privilege he has given me to meet him, to know him, and share in his work. Naushadwan Anzar. The book could have not been published without the wisdom and guidance of Arnavaz N. Dadatan Chandji, one of Meher Baba's close women Mandali. Her deep love for dearest Mehra inspired her to work unsparingly to create this book. It has been her deep desire that this book be pleasing to beloved Baba and his dearest Mehra, and consequently, she has personally supervised the entire book down to the smallest detail, deciding the format of the book, gathering tapes of Mehra from Baba lovers, choosing the photos, correcting the manuscripts, directing the book's design, and giving constant support to those helping her. Through her efforts, Baba has made this book a reality. Sharwan Anzar. So, yeah, I think that's it. So, any other thoughts? By the way, somebody's been on hold in the meeting for quite some time. Is that inadvertent or they got busy? We don't know. It's a new name, so I don't recognize the person. So, yeah, some beyond that, I don't know. By the way, any other recommendation for the next book to be read? Mahu, Sunil, Ashok.
What
Well,
about Lord Meher?
That is also a good idea. But then
Lord
it will
Lord
be
Mayor
Mayor
is a
takes a long
exactly,
time. I mean, if you
exactly.
guys are up to it, in fact, one is going on. I participate on that, but I've had some absence too. But I think now is probably on 7-8 months, and
Yeah.
we are at almost 19. You know, it goes chronological, so it's very about 1936, 1937.
Okay. Yeah.
So it goes.
Uh,
So I have a recommendation.
mhm.
But that wouldn't be possible because PDF is not possible. I
Which
have
book were
the
you
book.
thinking?
I was thinking the New Life book.
Oh, okay. Yeah, the PDF is
It's
not there. Yeah.
very amazing book. We started it. You know, it's Sunday evening actually. Yeah, Christina is but a lot of people are attending, and so it's very. I don't know. Hopefully, one day she goes through and make a PDF. You know, with her. Probably, I think she's using her iPhone. Take a photo of that and change it to PDF, and then display it as we go along because people needs to see it. But that's a lot of work. But she's doing it. I have the book.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have done that and done that for a couple of books. I think I have soft copies that I use for the videos, but not share anywhere else. So yeah, but other than that, I think we still have more books that are available in PDF, which this group hasn't read. I think
Yeah.
Avatar is one. Avatar is one. So that's a book I think I've read halfway personally, but the group hasn't read at all. So happy to start with.
Avatar, yeah. I know
Ye-
it's out of print.
yes, it's out of print.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a very good book. Yeah. That
Yes,
that
yes.
one is also a very good book.
Correct.
Yeah, say a couple. I haven't checked the PDFs on the website. But also,
Charles,
Lord Meher is also very good. I mean, if it needs a lot of commitment to go for it, but it's amazing also, Lord Meher, if the group would like that. And it's, you know, it's available, lordmeher.org. Everything has been, yeah.
yeah, that's completely digitally available. And I think the only thing is, like you said, it's commitment, and also the length of the book will make it that we take probably a year or so to finish it, or even more. I don't know.
More. I
Yeah,
think it's going to take more because
yeah,
it's 22 volume.
correct,
There's
correct.
nothing like it. It's every detail that you want to know about Meher Baba, and he's saying is in that book. Oh, Lord Meher.
Have you read it? Has anybody in the group read Lord Meher completely?
You know, I have read it off and on, like long ago. I read volume 4 with this Premashram boy that was alive at that time, and we would go to Myrtle Beach, and it's a big deal. It's something that Baba says about how to gain his love, and people had a different impression about it, but like here Baba says something differently. So people were reading it and discussing it, volume 4. But the hard copy, most of them are not, the fewer, like but the early one is unavailable. The book itself is unavailable.
Hmm.
The Lord Meher, you know, this Lord Meher online is also edited version, which 4 or 5 people
It's
tirelessly went through correcting a lot of material. Yeah.
the
Yeah.
book is available. Um, we have the volumes. Volume 8, I think I'm reading. The book is available.
You're talking about Lord Mayor, Sunil?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, I know. They also put it
Not
up on the
not
trust.
all the 22 volume is available.
Yes,
No.
not all the volumes. Yes.
Or
No.
not all the volumes.
I was working for LA Bookstore for many years. People wanted it, but it's not available. I mean, it's out of print. Let's put it this way. It was printed and nobody reprinted it, and that's it.
So 22nd volume reaches where in Baba's life? Towards the end?
All the way to when he drops his body,
I see.
1969.
And that's the original version that you're talking about? The first version?
Yeah, there is an American. Wait, see, Lord Meher, the very first version. Now that you said first version, I have to be correct on my saying.
Yeah.
First version was written in Hindu. When Baba instructed Bal Kalchuri in 1967 to read his biography, Baba said that was his order and instruction, said, write my biography. Well, at that time, Bao started toward the end of Baba's life, and particularly when Baba lived, but it was all in Hindu, and the name of that was Meher Prabhu. Meher Prabhu. That was the name. But then there a lot of people got to start translating, and all under his supervision for many, many years, including his son-in-law. And then they published it in English.
I see.
Yeah, first edition, they call it, the first edition in English. It has a green cover, light green cover.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
And then I think there was also a recent edition out of India, correct?
Yeah, there was.
Yes,
That
yes.
one is a red. Yeah. Yeah.
Red one,
Which is
yes, yeah.
great. You know, it's available. I mean, I don't know where you can get it, but yeah.
I have the red one.
Yeah, it's available in Meher Book House online, and I think, yeah, also offline in Meherabad, you can buy it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Any
online
other?
is very good.
Yes, online is good. And yes, there are also multiple reading groups. There's a Bombay group that's reading Lord Meher. There's a Baba Zoom group that's reading Lord Meher, like you said, Mahu. So yeah.
Yeah, Thursday evening our time, and night is your time. Yeah, Bombay has been doing it for a long time, but I don't know if they're continuing it. Do you know?
Oh, I'm not aware if they are continuing, but I did hear that they were doing it. Yeah. Okay. So I think we'll wrap up a little early today, unless anybody has anything to discuss or point out or recommend as books.
I like to share something, but is aside from these books.
Sure.
Kartik, I'm on ampppct.org. Where is those PDFs, if you don't mind?
Yeah,
Where are they? I'm trying
I'll
to
just bring it
find.
up.
Yeah.
I'll just bring it up. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm saying the group can go through it too.
Yeah. Wrong. So if you go here, online library, books by Meher Baba, books about Meher Baba, periodicals, transaction.
Books
I
by
mean,
Meher Baba, yeah. So we're gonna go by Meher Baba, right?
no, we want to go books about Meher Baba because now we are looking for a Saturday recommendation.
Oh,
So there's,
Saturday, yeah, I see.
yeah. So we look at books. 7 stars to morning, 82 family letters. All these things take time, mister. Stories of Padri. I have not read this.
There is one book. It's very sweet, and it's also it's what do you call it? It's very it's not that heavy, and it's light. It's a small too, written by Bar Kalchuri, and that is his story of when he was a night watchman. It's called While the World Slept.
Oh,
While the
okay.
World, yeah, that's a very the stories are very amazing, and you can finish it very fast. It's not that I'm going through this now and just don't see everything. Yeah.
Oh, there's more books now. I have not seen these earlier. So, As Only God Can Love, I've read the physical book. This is a good, very good
Yeah,
book as well.
very good book. I've
Very
read
good.
it 2, 3 times. That's one recommendation, but it's it takes some time. But yeah, that's a really good book too.
Correct. And then Avatar is what was recommended earlier. Then Avataric Advents. This is again a new book. I've not seen it before. James H. McGrew. Meher
Yeah,
Baba
no, I
making
no.
statements about God's incarnations as Zoroaster. Okay. Finally, someone has
May I
organized all.
may I make may I make a recommendation
Mhm.
just about the approach? Kartik, the book about Meher Baba, if someone who's been very close to him and knows the essence of his teaching, I think is worthwhile, like his Mandalis or very close one, Mera was his Mandali, or Bao or Erech and so forth. But other people that written books, it's their own opinion are in it, their own perception of what Baba is saying, you see.
Correct.
So we want to, if we have other books available, why not to go for that instead of, that's just my opinion. I don't know.
Yeah. So personally, that's I share your opinion in the sense that uh, it's gradual unlock, right? So we go with closest to Baba. So I'm glad we picked Mehera as the first book for books about Baba, right? I mean, books about Baba by other authors, because where else can you start than with Mehera's words? So as you said, then we gradually come out to the next circle, and that just includes books by probably the immediate Mandali, and then we can go gradually outward from there. Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we can take maybe Darwin Shaw. We'll see. So this is the Trust online library.
Yeah, there's a trust. There is another book by Darwin Shaw that has been having a reading group, and they repeated it 4 times.
Yeah,
Four
yeah.
times.
You're talking about
Effort
Grace
and
and
Grace.
Effort and Grace. Yes, yes.
Yeah,
That's very,
effort
very
and
popular.
yeah, that's and very useful. Very useful.
I have not read it, but there's been many people have been saying that it's transformational. Yeah, it's practical, and it's full of Baba, and it's useful. Yeah.
I don't know, but
So,
if
so
that
which
fits
book is
in
that?
your category, I don't know, because it's kind of heavy too, but heavy in a nice way.
Hmm. Effort and Grace, Ashok. The
Okay,
book,
thank
the
you.
name of it's not even a book. I think it was never published. It's just a booklet,
Yeah,
but it's
it's a book.
yeah, it's a booklet, and it's available as a PDF.
Yeah, it is
On the
available actually. I
on
have
the
it.
on the website.
I don't think so,
Okay.
but I
Can you
might. But
can you please share if you can?
yeah, if I find it, I will. I think I do. Let me. I I think I
Yeah, I
also
have it
put
too
it
if
on
I look
the.
for it.
I've put it on the um OneDrive.
Telegram.
No, OneDrive already.
Okay.
It should be there. Okay. All right then. So we will wrap up at this time, and get back in touch tomorrow for continuing our discourses journey. And yeah, I missed last time, but I did catch up with it on video. And let's look forward to meeting you all tomorrow.
Yeah, Kartik, one thing that I wanted to share, and that's a conversation that Bobo had with Don Stevens. It's very, very interesting. It's about what Bobo says about meditation and this avataric advent. I think that pertains to a lot of material in his discourses. I thought I wanted to email it to you, or uh, do you want me to email it to you, or I like to share it to the group. It's a good insight to have.
Please, you can drop it here, and I will also forward the same to the WhatsApp group, which is a little more active when there's a lot more people. A
Okay.
WhatsApp group of this group. So you can drop it in the chat here if you know how to do that.
I
It's
don't know how to do that, but I know how to email it to you.
yeah. Please email it to me. I'll share it with the group.
Yeah, I can do that.
All right. All right then. So quicker, quick read today, but enjoyable read, and in fact gives you a lot more time to think about it now and decide and absorb this whole idea of how to love him. Right. That's what if you think of a phrase to represent Mehra, Mehra is an example for all of us to learn to how to love him. So, on that note, we'll wrap up for today and look forward to seeing you all tomorrow. Avtar Meher Baba Ki Jai.
Avatar Meher Baba ki.
Yeah. Jai Baba. Jai Baba.